Hi besties and welcome back to a new video. I'm sorry it's taken 5 months for me to post part 2 Skull. IRL things got in the way and delayed its release, but we have it here now. Hope y'all will enjoy part 2. Previously, Tsumu, are you okay? I'm a bad parent. Tsumu, look, we'll try and find a way to fix this, okay? Let's let Shiro calm down first and we can find a solution once we've all rested up. Kuro said there's a possibility to reverse this, okay? 3 days later, the shitty titty commit tea hot beverage. How's your brother holding up? He's completely out of it, Rin. I tried cooking him things that he likes but it doesn't seem to work. What about your parents? Are they, aware? Maybe? I don't know, they're probably too focused on work to even notice what's going on. Want me to come over? Please. The silence in the house is killing me. PFT, I thought you liked having it be quiet in your house, only when Tsumu's being a little bitch and won't shut up, but now it just feels weird not hearing him talk. Or look at you being a caring little brother, smiling face with hearts. Shut up, Rin. You what the fuck, take that to private messages. Rin, we were talking in a group chat. Oops, smiling face. Not y'all reminding me that I'll die alone, you bitches need to be more sensitive. Sorry Mori-kun, I wasn't looking at the chat name. I was. See, this bitch really does like seeing me in pain. Smirking face. Samu, control your boyfriend please, Rin. Anyways, I wasn't supposed to look at this chat because you two were getting all disgustingly cute. Or you think we're cute? You know what would be cuter though? The three of us monkey covering eyes. Sigh. Rin, please, loudly crying face. Sorry, please go on, cutie smiling face with hearts. Just so you know, I did not flirt with your boyfriend, that's on him. Anyways, as I was about to say, you mentioned Atsumu acting weird. What happened? Why? Is Sakusa acting weird too? Yeah. He keeps talking about being a bad father or something. Like, I get he's in a relationship with your brother, but isn't it a teeny tiny bit too early to be? I don't know. Thinking about having children? Well, you see, something kind of happened. Oh my god. Did he get someone pregnant? Did he cheat on Atsumu? Oh my god, I'm going to kill a bitch right now. Huh? What? No, that's not it. He did not get someone pregnant. Wait. So that means, did he get Atsumu pregnant? What in the Omegaverse? Dude, they haven't even done the deed. How would you know? Did you spy on them regularly? What? No. Atsumu's a dude, Mori-kun, he can't get pregnant. Why am I the only one who has a functioning brain here? Then why the fuck is he talking about being a father exactly? Something big happened. Oh shit, they adopted a baby? Shut up. Wow. Anyways, remember how we had that weird event where we met our future selves? Yeah, well, it happened again. But this time it wasn't our future selves. It was our future kids. Wait. Seriously? Okay, so that bring a whole new meaning to being a bad father to his kids. Long story short, Kyo and Tsumu found out that they had twin children. Yeah. Except one twin hates them because they kind of neglected him. Oh fuck. This feels like one of those dramas you see on TV, what the fuck. Now I can't even talk to Tsumu properly. Yeah. He still comes to volleyball practice, but it's like he's not even there. Kyo's the same actually. Now I get why he was staring at that family when we were eating out after practice. Is there anything we can do about it? It's a complicated situation, but we were thinking of undoing it. Okay, then how do we undo it? It feels weird having Kyo act like this. That we don't know. Rin's idea was to ask the future children if there's a way to undo it, but we haven't had any contact with them for a few days now. Luckily they didn't get removed from the group chat, so there might still be hope. We'll probably just wait it out till they come online again. Alright. Inform me when you do get something, maybe I can get Kyo on board as well. Alright, take care Mori-kun. Be there in 20 babe. Alright babe, doors unlocked, you can come in anytime. Distressed face vomiting. Osamumiya, Rintaro Asuna and Komori Motoya are offline. Inarizaki Volleyball Club Group Chat. 2012 to 2013. We are back from the dead. Just because you look dead doesn't mean we should be too, brother. Oh, finally you're here. Not gonna lie, I was starting to get a bit worried when you three weren't answering any of our messages. Sorry dad, grinning face with smiling eyes and sweat drop. Got caught up in work. Uni took up most of my time as well. It's fine, I'm just glad you're all safe and being productive, that's all. Tsunarin and Osamu Miya are online. Oh thank fuck you guys are here. Can I add someone else to this group chat, Kita-san? Sure, but just make sure to remove them once you're done talking to them. Tsunarin added Komori Motoya to the group chat. Toya-kun at Komori Motoya, wake up. Komori Motoya is online. Hi. Why am I in your volleyball club group chat? Because we're here to talk about the situation? Why couldn't you just make a different group chat? Dude. Alright, I'll stop. First off, introductions. Toya-kun, this is Kita-san and Eren-kun's children, Kyaoji, Shinji and Amy. Whoa wait, I thought this was just some joke that I was going to play along with. What the fuck? Are they actually your children? Yes. Why? Holy shit, you guys actually look alike. Oh my god. I mean, we are his children, Sue. Oh my god, they talk? Wow. You know, I never thought Japan's #1 libero would be like this. Oh, don't worry, he's not usually dumb, it's just he's smart. Most of the time. Bitch. Mika Mia is online. Hi Uncle Mori. Hi. Who are you? Your favorite niece, duh? Say your Mia is online. Mika, he's from the past, he's not gonna know who the fuck you are. Shut up. Anyways, Uncle Mori, did you know my two dads had a crush on you back then, but they were too scared to say anything? Tsunarin removed Mika Mia from the group chat. Tsunarin removed Komori Motoya from the group chat. I asked how did they know that? I don't know. Did our future selves say anything about it? Kazuya Miya and Ayaka Miya are online. We've known for a pretty long time, smirking face. If you're worried we'll find it weird, we don't. At first we did find it weird, but then I kinda just got used to you guys fawning over him. Plus he's not really bad, he gives us a shit ton of gifts every time he gets back from overseas. So, all your kids are so cute, being all supportive of their parents and all face with big pleading eyes. Can we talk about that another time? KJNKJSDMB. Yes, I agree. Wow, this is the first time I'm actually seeing them gay panicking. Moving on. Can we please resolve the issue about you know who? Osamu Miya added Komori Motoya to the group chat. We'll talk to you about it next time, Toya-kun. Yeah, grinning face with smiling eyes and sweat drop. That works for me too. Anyways. I am assuming we're talking about the thing that just happened days ago. Yes. As a matter of fact, how is Atsumu doing, Samu? Any improvements to his mood? No. He's passed out sleeping on the couch right now if you're asking where he is. Komori? Yes sir. No need to be so formal, Komori-kun. Oh, right, sorry. How's your cousin holding up? Not too good as well. Is he still coming to your practices? I mean, yeah, but there's something weird about him during our practices. And he keeps asking questions about how to become a better parent or something. It's nothing like him at all. Sakusa Kayumi is online. You know, if you're going to call me weird, make sure you're talking when I cannot read nor hear it. Oh, finally you're online. How are you holding up? Does it matter? Of course it does. Wait. Why are you here? Suna added me to try and help you out with whatever dilemma you're in. I don't need help because it's inevitable. What's inevitable? That I'm going to grow up and become a bad parent to one of my children. Just because you saw what you became in the future doesn't mean you don't have the power to change what happens next. He's right, Uncle Kyo. Shiro may have grown up to resent you for your shortcomings, but that doesn't mean you can't do something about it. And besides, Uncle Kyo, the reason we're here is for us to help you out. Whoa, did we just have a power of friendship moment? Way to ruin the moment, Toya-kun. Komori being a little shit. See, a lot of us are here to help you and Tsumu figure out how to undo or do something about the fuck up that your future counterparts did. Horizontal ellipsis. Fine. Where do we start? Well, for starters we need Atsumu. Samu, on it, just give me a few minutes and I'll be right back. Atsumu Miya is online. He's here. Was pushing me off the couch really necessary? He's a little grumpy, but you know. Open the fucking door, bitch. No. Bitch. Atsumu, what do you guys want? Can't you just let me wallow in my own sadness? No. Shit up, Samu. Shit up, face with heart-shaped eyes. Jinji, sorry, look, we're here to solve the issue about the thing. Y'all don't have to hide it. I'm going to be a terrible father in the future, okay? No, you're not. Now shut up and listen to Kita-san's children's plan. Amy was thinking that maybe you could pay the woman a visit. The one where we went to in order to access the past. I'm confused. How are we going to find something that you went to in the future exactly? I'm pretty confident you'll find it. 'Cause that's exactly where we came out of when we were able to visit the past. Wait, I'm sorry you were physically able to go into the past? Contacting you guys in the future via cell phone is still kind of believable, but you guys being transported to a different time period. Truth is, the woman told us that we shouldn't be seen by anyone when we're traveling through this time period. Yes, she mentioned it was some kind of immersive movie or something. We can interact with things and converse with others through different mediums, which may or may not produce some kind of effect in your timeline. But no one should have been able to see us at all. Come to think of it, Akagi-kun never sent us a photo of when he was stalking you. Okay, number 1. I wasn't stalking, I was observing them from a distance, and number 2, I did take a photo of them. Look, Akagi Michinari sent a photo. It's just a picture of a street. Huh? Wait, what? Bro, I swear I did take a picture of them walking this very street while I was stalking them. So you agree, you were actually stalking us? Smirking face. I shut up, Kyaji. No. I'm telling you, I could have sworn I took a picture of them here. I kind of expected this since we technically don't exist in this time period. It wouldn't make sense for us to be seen through a camera lens. But it's weird how Akagi-san saw them but his camera couldn't. Is it something supernatural? Or he just didn't take the pic properly? Person shrugging. Okay, what does that have to do with your plan of getting at Sumu and Sakusa to not be an asshole to their child? Bruh, no offense. None taken. Grinning face. Maybe we can replicate what happened to us. You guys, or maybe Uncle Tsumu and Uncle Kyo can try and find the woman's house. We'll give you the location, and maybe we can have her do the same thing she did to us. Kind of like transport you to the future. Then you can go from there and formulate a plan to make your son not hate you two anymore. Okay, this all seems far-fetched, but if this is what it takes to repair my son's relationship with us in the future, then I'll do it. Me too. After learning what Shiro went through because of us, I'll do anything to make sure he never feels it again. Alright, it's settled. I'm glad you both are on board with the plan. So this is the place, huh? Maybe. This is where the siblings told us to go to. You guys don't think this is some kind of scam, is it? Worse is we might have come at a wrong time. Look at the sign. Closed. I'm going to knock. Wait, what are you? Yes, how can I help you, gentlemen? Well, we're in desperate need of help, mame, and someone told us that maybe you could help us out with our problem. Well, if your problem really is that urgent that you had to knock on my door with a closed sign, then I think it's something very important to you. Please come on inside, we can talk about it with some tea and snacks. Her place is nice. Can you stop touching her stuff? You're gonna get us in trouble. Okay, calm down, cuz you're too serious. Shut up. Now, I'm guessing that this problem has something to do with Atsumu Miya and Sakusa Kiyumi's futures. Correct? You know us. We never told you our names. How did you know us exactly? The old woman chuckled lightly, which made the atmosphere in the room a little tense for everyone. Feeling the sudden shift in the room's atmosphere, she immediately tried to explain herself. I know a lot of things, dear child, but none of that matters now. I've been told that you want to fix your relationship with your future children, correct? How did you? Yes. We recently found out that we grew up to be horrible parents to one of our children, and we need your advice to help us fix it. We were thinking of having you help us do what you did for the Kita siblings, where you transported them to the past to meet us. What do you mean meet you? They weren't supposed to be seen by anyone while traveling through the past because they never existed there in the first place. Well, you see, one of our friends did spot them, but when he took a picture of them they didn't show up at all. Interesting. I might have to look at that concept in the future. So is that plan feasible at all? I don't think that method will work for you at all. At least that's what I think will happen. The old woman let out a mumble as she was deep in her own thoughts, not noticing the sheer confusion of the people surrounding her as she thought of her plan carefully. Are any of you familiar with the concept of astral projection, or dream walking? Yes, and I know that there are risks involved in doing that type of thing. I'll do it. Question mark. Did you fall down and smack your little head on the pavement? Dude, there's a chance you could never return. Toya-kun, don't you think you're overreacting a little bit? I've been familiar with the concept and I haven't even heard of a case where someone died doing it. Well, when you put it that way, it doesn't remove the fact that my cousin could be the first case. I'm going to be fine. I know that face, Samu. You're getting worried about your twin. I'm going to be fine, don't worry about me too much. Look, we came here to try and find a solution to fix the bullshit our future selves did. I don't wanna waste our only chance for Tsumu and I to make things right for Shiro. So can you give us a rundown of the plan? Okay. Flashback. 𝗵𝗶𝗍𝗶𝗍 Black Jackals practice match. Year 20XX. Nice set. The spiker yelled at his fellow teammate commending him on the play they both did and earning sakuatsu's team the win in the practice match between the 𝗵𝗶𝗍𝗶 Black Jackals. Nice performance everyone. Especially you Kaito, that was an amazing set you performed back there, keep it up. Thank you coach. It's all thanks to Miao-san's tips that helped me improve. The new rising setter of the 𝗵𝗶𝗍𝗶 Black Jackals beamed a wide smile at the team's main setter and the latter reciprocating with a small smile. I'm glad some of his skills started rubbing off on you. Who knows, maybe one day you'll be part of the main roster, so keep it up. Anyway, everyone, you may take your own breaks. Do what you need to do and I'll meet you back here for drills. Thanks coach. I need to pee. See y'all later. The team then started to disperse as everyone yelled yes coach at the same time, causing the team to split up into small groups as they each tended to their own businesses. Mia, do you have a minute? Sure coach. Is there something on your mind? It's about your performance on the team. The setter immediately froze. He knew where the conversation was headed and was dreading this event, but it was bound to happen eventually. Oh, is there something wrong with my performance, sir? You've been missing a lot of your sets these past practice matches. I didn't want to bring it up, but I figured you needed something to wake you up. After that practice match with the Adlers, I couldn't help but notice that your performances have started to decline. Is everything alright at home? Are you getting enough rest? Everything is fine coach. It's probably just me getting a lack of sleep being a new father and all. I understand being a new father is a very hard thing to do, but please don't forget to take care of yourself. Don't worry about it coach. I'll show you next practice match. This is just me having an off day, don't you worry about it. End of flashback. So you want us to essentially possess our future selves and do what we need to do? Not only does that sound weird, but won't everything all be in vain? I'm thinking the same thing too. If their past selves dream walk into their future selves, what'll happen once they leave their future selves' bodies? Will they realize their feelings on the situation and do something about it? Yes. I can promise you that. I'm sorry mom, but I can't put the fate of my brother's consciousness on promises. Samu. This is the only chance we have to make things right. There's always an alternative plan of having Kuro make him stay on the phone and hear you out. I doubt Shiro will want to talk on the phone, especially now that we know what we did. And besides, our feelings won't appear genuine. I want our son to understand that we are sorry for what we did and that I'll do anything it takes to prove to him that we do care about him, both of them. Fine. But if you don't come back and get stuck in the future, I swear to God I will murder you both. Calm down, and yes, Tsumu and I will be back before you know it, right? Yes, oh don't you worry about us too much, Samu. I'm still against this, but I can't stop you from doing the stupid shit that you want to do. Shut up, Samu. Just be safe, alright? I will. Wait. Question, I just have to make sure, but will future Atsumu and Kyo remember what happens when they possess their bodies? Yes. As well as their emotions, which can influence the way they think when they eventually stop dream walking into them. Flashback. Sakusa Kiyumi and Atsumu Miya's shared residence. Year 20XX. You look like there's a lot of things on your mind. The spiker spoke, which caused the setter to jolt upwards from the surprise, earning a small laugh from the wing spiker. It's not funny, and didn't I tell you not to sneak up on me like that? Correction. It was funny, and seeing you all red from embarrassment makes it even cuter. Shut up. So what's up? The sky. Ha ha ha, but no, really, what's going on with you? You look like you have something on your mind. How can you be so sure? Well, for starters, you've been staring blankly into the fridge ever since I put the twins to bed, and second, you just have that face. The setter chuckled at the statement Sakusa blurted out, before suddenly resting his head on the spiker's shoulder. Am I selfish for not wanting to move on from volleyball? Sakusa stared at the setter with a confused expression before sighing as he tried to formulate his words for his partner. What's with the sudden weird question? I don't know, Omi. I'm conflicted with everything. I want to take care of the twins, but my passion for volleyball is just something I'm not sure I want to let go. Who said you can't do both of them at the same time? It's just that you decided to leave the team and no longer play volleyball because you wanted more time with the kids. Are you feeling pressured to quit because you feel guilty? That's one way of putting it. There's other reasons why everything feels complicated right now. You can always talk to me, right? I know, Omi. And thank you for understanding my sentiments. It's what I do love. I don't want you to feel pressured to leave something you're so passionate about because we're having kids. You got me. Remember, we got this. The setter gave a warm smile when he heard those words come out of his partner's mouth. Though a part of him still feels unsure of the future, the talk with Omi certainly helped with his troubling thoughts. Flashback. Onigirimiya. 2 days after the incident. Shiro. Geez, you are loud. No wonder the people at the apartment complex Shiro lives in peek their heads out when you come over. Have you seen my brother Uncle Rin? He excused himself into the bathroom. He looked a little distressed. Did something happen to him? It's a long story, Uncle Samu. Before the wing spiker could finish his sentence, his eyes immediately landed on his twin brother as he came out of the restaurant's bathroom door. Please, I know what you're going to say. I'm already embarrassed enough as it is. Even yelled at Shinji's father. How are you feeling? You yelled at who? You're talking about Kita-san's son, right? Shinji Kita? The doctor sighed as he looked guiltily on the floor. Wow. I never thought you'd have the balls to yell at the Kita Shinsuke. Yeah. Even we were terrified of him when we were in high school. What did he do exactly that caused you to yell at him? It's complicated, Uncle Rin, and you'd probably think we're crazy for saying it. Shiro and I met our parents from the past through text. Oh well. How was the experience? Was it weird seeing Tsumu looking like a piss head in his old profile picture? Is that supposed to be a rhetorical question, or are you actually being serious? Pretty sure he's being serious, Shiro-kun. I know what you're thinking. And no, we are not making fun of your weird experience. Mostly curious of how you felt. Cause when we met our past selves, it was definitely nostalgic and weird at the same time seeing a different version of yourself. I yelled at them, the doctor said in his quietest voice possible. However, it wasn't quiet enough for both Osamu and Suna not to hear. Who? Our dads. And Uncle Kita as well. It's kind of my fault though. I told him to let out all of his feelings even if he was hesitant. I'm sorry about that, Shiro. It's fine. In fact, I kinda wanna thank you for giving me that little push to say what I want to say, but I don't know. I still feel a little guilty doing that to them. Why so? Well, for starters, I yelled at two innocent people who did not know anything about what was happening, and I didn't even bother properly giving them context. And two, I made them look like bad parents when everything I said to them was probably just me overreacting. You know your feelings are valid, right, Shiro? Your twin brother is right, Shiro. Still, they didn't completely abandon me and leave me on the street to fend for myself, you know. They gave me a house, clothed me, and gave me access to education. Sure, they were never around, but that doesn't mean that everything they did was all bad. I can understand how you feel, Shiro. Our parents were also too focused on their careers to bother asking how we were doing. Sure, they gave us food and shelter and didn't throw us into the street, but still, a part of me kind of still resents them for not being there for us when we needed them the most emotionally and mentally. So there's no reason for you to doubt your feelings, Shiro. Shiro sighed, after which he slumped on the countertop as he reflected on the words his twin brother and uncle shared to him. However, before he could even think properly, a pleasant smell and sounds of utensils started to hit each other, diverting the twins' attentions. Here, you both look like you had a rough day. Have something to eat before you go. Thank you, Uncle Samu. Nah, don't mention it. You both enjoy the meal while I continue packing up for the night. End of flashback. Horizontal ellipsis. Sakusa family residence. Future side. Ho. Lie. Shit. Am I actually inside my future self? You could have worded that better, Omi, cause now I'm jealous. Seriously, Tsumu. Wait. It worked for you too. Yes, and it feels weird. It doesn't feel like my own body. The setter inspected his future self's body, flailing his arms up and down, all while trying to adjust to the new environment they were both placed in. Why are you looking at your wiener? I am not. I know what I saw, Tsumu. Please stop being inappropriate. I was just curious. Okay, just drop it. Where are our children? Should we check every nook and cranny of this house, or? Yes. Wait. What do we do if one of our children sees us? Do we hide? Just act natural and like a father? Just don't let them figure out that we're the past selves possessing our future selves, okay, dads? The two screamed in surprise after hearing a sudden voice pop out from behind them, earning a laugh from Kuro. Someone drank too much coffee. Anyways, what are you guys doing? I thought you two were supposed to be at work. Huh? But we're in high school. What do you mean work? The spiker discreetly elbowed the setter's side, urging him to watch his words, which caused Atsumu to blurt out a small yelp, making Kuro even more confused of their behavior. What he means to say is we're off work today, so how about we hang out with you and your brother? You know, like family time. You guys are acting weird. And no, it's just that it was so tiring playing against the Adlers yesterday, right? I must have been off my game, you know. Pretty sure I saw you the whole day helping out with the team, unless you sneaked out of our practice and played a friendly match with the Adlers. I am. Sakusa gave the blonde a look of warning before trying to clear any suspicion between them. Say, why don't you get yourself ready? We'll go out and have some fun, because you know it's been a long time since we've hung out as a family. Tell Shiro too. We'll be leaving in a bit. Huh? Shiro doesn't live here, remember? What? Of course you wouldn't remember. You guys are too focused on your own work to care about him. I'll go and get ready. See you. Atsumu, who was shocked by the revelation, tried to speak, however his mouth couldn't even formulate any sentence before Kuro left for his room. The only thing that brought the setter back to reality was the noise of Kuro's door closing. What does he mean? Flashback. Shiro and Kuro's childhood. Told from Shiro's POV Part 1. Dad. Papa, look, I got a high grade on all of my tests. Wow, would you look at that? See, I'm glad at least someone inherited my smarts. Are you trying to say something, Omi? If the shoe fits. Tsumu's smirking face. What about little Kuro? How was your day today, little man? I was able to run faster than the other kids in PE. Teacher says that I could be a great athlete one day. He also hit someone with a volleyball. He deserved it for trying to bully someone else. Oh. Well, let's hope we don't get called to the principal's office for that. This was a typical day in our household. Back then I never really felt isolated from my parents, maybe because at that time the two of them were still living a simpler life, away from the complicated things that showed up as we grew older. Come on Shiro, let's go. We're not going to have a place to play if you don't move your ass. Alright, but I'm not really good at playing volleyball. Why can't you just invite your other friends at the park? They're all busy with their own things today and I wanna play. But I don't wanna play. Why not? Because, you know, everyone at the park will laugh at me cause I can't receive the ball. No, they won't. Besides, if someone laughs at you, they'll have to go through me. Now come on before someone else takes the court. Are you sure they won't laugh at me? Yes. I'll even beat up the kids that laugh at you so you don't feel bad, okay? Volleyball never really resonated with me. As with other sports that I tried getting into, though I wouldn't say I was bad at it, I also can't say that I am good at it. Writing and science was more of my forte. While my brother Kuro had something he was skilled at, which was volleyball. I'd pride myself in being skilled at academics, which was something I had hoped that my parents would appreciate. But it wasn't. You almost got it, man. Just stop being scared of the ball. I'm trying, okay? Receiving the ball is hard enough. Having to make sure I don't get hit in the face makes it more complicated. Come on, it isn't even that hard, just clasp your hand together and hit it with confidence. That's what I always do when I try to receive a ball in PE. Oh look, someone's taken our play spot. Get out of here you two, this is our court. I don't see any sign that says it's your court. The little boy, who was around their age, started to laugh, which was accompanied by his other minions, which made the twins very confused of their behavior. Only people who are good enough can play in this court, stupid. I saw you two practicing here earlier and that friend of yours sucks hard at volleyball. You'd better be off getting lost than wasting your time trying to fight us. Yeah right, like I'd give up our spot for you idiots. You probably can't even receive a ball if I spiked your face with it. Kuro, stop it. We can find another place to practice. Listen to your sucky friend, little man, you wouldn't want any trouble between us, right? Kuro huffed and balled his right hand into a fist. However, before he could even land a punch on the boy, another hand tried to stop it, confusing Kuro. Don't. Let's just go somewhere else to play. It's not worth it. You're lucky my brother's here. If it wasn't for him, your face would have volleyball marks all over it. The little boy laughed arrogantly before taunting the duo again, which did not fail in irritating Kuro. When I say run, you run, okay? What are you planning? Before Shiro could even stop his brother from doing anything rash, He could only watch him as he suddenly jumped up and spiked the volleyball that was in his hand earlier, which then hit the little bully square on the face, causing him to fall down. Run. Kuro then grabbed the ball and made a break for it as he caught up to his brother. When they both confirmed that the threat was gone, the pair shared a laugh as they both walked back home. End of Shiro's flashback. Flashback. MSBY Black Jackals caught 10:05 p.m. Atsumu, you worthless fucking prick. Why can't you just do the set properly? The setter silently yelled at himself as he tried to practice overtime, which was against their coach's advice. However, Atsumu couldn't help himself but not follow it. If you don't make this set and do good, they're going to replace you with that stupid Kaito. Just focus on the ball and hit the water bottles. Is that too hard to do? Ever since the new recruit came into the picture, Atsumu couldn't help but feel like he was slowly being left behind by his teammates. He prided himself in being known as the best setter in the Japan national volleyball team. However, something within him was slowly growing. Fear. Fear of being replaced and benched. Fear of being surpassed by someone who he thinks doesn't know better, and fear that he might not be able to catch up. Atsumu knows that he's already tired, as the secret brutal training sessions had already been going on for weeks on end. The blonde wondered if he had been running on pure adrenaline all those weeks, which confused him as to how he was able to exert so much energy without realizing any damaging effects. Though he started to realize how his body felt, a side of him kept pushing him to keep carrying on, telling him that he'll get better at volleyball, that he'll catch up to Kaito, and that someday he'll get used to the feeling. However, even if there were clear signs of performance deterioration pointed out by both his teammates and coach, he continued with his schedule. He had to, as it was his way of disciplining his actions. It was his way of punishing himself. I'm home, the former spiker said as he entered their home. However, he was not greeted by the usual greeting he got when he came home from work. Though this wouldn't really bother Sakusa, it was as if a sudden wave of worry washed over him. Something felt off and he wasn't sure. He wanted to find out. New text message from Osamumiya. Come to the hospital. He's here with the twins. Sakusa's eyes widened at the text message and immediately bolted out of their shared home, his worried feeling intensifying as he drove to the hospital. Osamu told him, "Hi, I'm looking for Atsumu. Where is his room?" the former spiker shakily asked, but before he could even be given an answer, he heard a familiar voice come up from behind him. "Sakusa-kun, here." Sakusa immediately walked towards Osamu and Suna before bombarding the pair with questions. What happened? Why is he in the hospital? Where are the children? Is he going to be okay? What happened? Okay, first of all, please take a deep breath. We can't answer everything when you're panicking. He was rushed here by his teammates after he passed out during practice, probably from a lack of sleep. What? That's impossible. He looked really fine when he came home last night. He just told me that he was out eating with his teammates. Look man, we don't know what happened. We haven't asked him about it yet. Sakusa couldn't believe what was happening right now and started staring at the hospital wall, trying to make sense of everything, when suddenly a door opened and revealed Kuro and Shiro, who were visibly bothered. He was overworking himself, Dad. What? What do you mean? I caught him once sneaking out of the house late in the night in his gym clothes. He must have forgotten to turn off his location, but I saw him stop at the place you guys practice volleyball in. Why didn't you tell me about it? Sakusa couldn't help but slightly raise his voice at the revelation, causing Shiro to recoil from the shock. The former spiker, who saw this reaction, immediately apologized and adjusted the tone of his voice. I only found out about it last week. I didn't know it was something he did every day, I swear. I thought it was just a one-off thing. I'm sorry Dad, I should have told you. Maybe if I did, Dad wouldn't have to be here." Shiro almost started crying as he said those words, which made Sakusa's heart break. Immediately he hugged both twins as he whispered comforting words to calm them down. No, stop saying that. It's not your fault, Shiro, okay? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I'm going to talk to him once he wakes up. Shiro and Kuro's childhood. Told from Shiro's POV Part 2. You know Atsumu-kun, your son is probably going to grow up becoming a prodigy in the volleyball world. Reminds me a lot of you and your brother when you two were still playing. Really, Tero-san? Yeah. In fact, they are having a practice match against a different school today. If you have them time to stay, maybe you can see your son in action. Why not? It's not like I'm needed in practice anyway. The practice match between Inarizaki and 𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁 proceeded as planned, and to say that the match was intense was an understatement. Especially for Atsumu, who was watching in awe the whole match. Holy shit, my son is a volleyball genius. Haha, what did I tell you, Atsumu-kun? He probably got those skills from you. The setter couldn't help but feel a sense of nostalgia from watching his son play volleyball. The way his spikes broke through 𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁's defenses made him want to play on the court again, but this time along with Kuro. It was as if his dilemma had slowly started making its turning point. He had found his resolve and found a new purpose in his life, and that was for him and his son to become known as the best volleyball players in the whole world. Hey dads, do you have a minute? Sure, what's up? I'm kind of busy at the moment. The former spiker didn't even finish his sentence and proceeded to immerse himself in his work. Shiro couldn't help but sport a small frown, though he tried to hide it. His expression betrayed him. I was wondering if you guys were free next Friday. It's kind of a special event and I thought I'd ask if you guys would accompany me. That's great, Shiro, but I'm a little busy right now. Could you hold a moment? I promise it's not going to take long. I just wanted to ask if you guys would come to my college graduation. Wait. You're graduating? Has it been that long already? Yeah. Shiro sported a fake smile as he said those words. He couldn't but feel a little sad that his parents never realized that he was graduating already. However, he had convinced himself that he was never one to talk about his school life, which might have been the reason. Friday, right? Sure thing, we'll try to be there on your day. I'll try and set a reminder as well so I don't forget. Really? Thank you, dads. Thank you so much. As much as I would want to say that my dads were present on my special day, it was actually the opposite. Neither of them showed up, nor did they even text me of their whereabouts. A part of me hoped that it was just some cruel prank that they did and that after my graduation speech they would suddenly show up and yell surprise. However, that never happened. Uncle Suna and Uncle Samu showed up to my ceremony. Both congratulated me for my efforts and made me feel like I mattered in those moments, though it still feels shitty knowing that my parents stood me up. Later I found out that the two actually forgot about it. I found out from Kuro that Dad, Atsumu, went to Kuro's debut match for the MSBY Blackjack Alls, while other Dad, Kayumi, was too immersed in his business that he forgot about the ceremony. I cried that night, though I tried my best to justify what they did to me. A feeling of sadness still washed over me as I kept thinking about it. Kuro, who had noticed my behavior, kept apologizing, saying that if he hadn't told Dad about his debut game he'd probably remembered my graduation. Samu, what the fuck is wrong with them? I'm sorry about my brother Shiro-kun. Why don't I treat you to some ramen to cheer you up and celebrate your success? Yeah? Shiro slowly nodded and forced a smile while holding back tears that were threatening to spill from his eyes. Both Suna and Osamu felt their hearts break at sight of Shiro. End of flashback. Sakusa family residence. Future side. I'm ready. Gee, great. How about we first fetch Shiro, right Tsumu? Then we can proceed to hang out. Why yeah, let's go get him. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's get this show on the road. You know dads, you guys are starting to act weird. First you try and set up something you don't normally do, and now you don't even know where Shiro lives. By the way, did you guys make up after that whole argument thing? Huh, what fight? Remember, when you guys were at each other's throats because he talked smack at your business partner? Huh? Makoto-san, your business partner, the reason why your volleyball clothing line and other businesses skyrocketed? Everything he said to him was his way of trying to protect you, Dad. He talked shit about you behind your back and Shiro just happened to be listening in, and you decided that the most appropriate thing to do was berate him for trying to defend you. Sakusa tried accessing future Sakusa's memories by trying to recall every detail that Kuro said, and immediately everything became clear. It was a weird feeling for him to remember things that technically aren't his memories, but nevertheless the feeling of guilt overcame him as he tried to revisit that event. The snarky remark from Shiro and the fight that ensued between father and son. From the looks of it, you look like you're already starting to remember, Dad. You okay, Omi? Why yeah, I'm fine. Anyways, we're here. I don't know what reaction he'll have when he sees you two, but I am hoping for the best. Me too. Flashback. Old woman's residence. Future side. 5 days after the incident, Shinji told me this was the place. Maybe if I ask for some answers everything will be clear. The doctor took a deep breath before knocking on the door, and before he could even think about ditching the idea, the door suddenly revealed an elderly woman which looked surprisingly familiar to Shiro. Mrs. Sato, oh if it isn't Dr. Sakusa. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit? I was asking a friend about someone who could probably help me with something on my mind, and they told me to come to you. Oh well, if it's my expertise that you need, then why don't we talk it over some cookies and tea? It's fine Mrs. Sato, I don't want to bother you with accommodating me, it'll be quick I promise. Oh nonsense Shiro-kun, you were the one who helped me and my son whenever we were sick. Think of this as our way of saying thank you. So what was it that you wanted to ask about, dear child? It's weird and all, but has anyone ever asked you if it was possible to change the past? The old woman chuckled at the question, which confused Shiro. Funny you say that Shiro-kun, because there was someone who showed up here a week ago asking questions similar to yours. They were asking if it was possible to change something in the past because their parents were having troubles which was clearly affecting their marriage. They also wanted to see if it was possible to meet their parents when they were younger. I'm guessing that those three were the reason for your visit? Yes. Well, the answer is in the stone right there. The old lady then pointed towards an ordinary stone displayed on a shelf. The object never really stood out and could even be mistaken as an insignificant object. It looks very ordinary, but that is actually a family heirloom. Everyone who has ever guarded it tried their best to analyze it in a more logical perspective. Experimenting on it, however, it yielded no results. From what I have gathered, however, I found out that the stone resonates with people's desires. And what's even more surprising is that stone isn't the only piece that exists in this world. Mrs. Sato, please forgive me for my words, but isn't that impossible? It sounds to me that all of this is just made up. I know what you're trying to imply, Shiro-kun, but is it really that impossible when you were able to talk to your parents in the past? The room immediately became silent as Shiro looked at the old lady in shock. He had never told her about such an event happening, yet she mentioned it as if she knew it. How did you? I just know a lot of things, Shiro-kun, no need to worry about the details. It's very possible that your desire to meet your past parents was so strong that it resonated with the stone and allowed you to contact them. I did not have a desire to meet them. Mrs. Sato smiled, no longer arguing with Shiro even if she knew what he said was a lie. I wasn't even aware of its existence that time. How could something that I had no knowledge of resonate with my desires? The stone works in very mysterious ways, Shiro-kun. Some people try to contact their future selves by fooling themselves to type a bunch of numbers on their phones, however it's not that simple. It was their desires that allowed them to resonate with the stone to talk to them, and to tell you the truth, not everyone can do it. I see. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. So this stone, there's a lot more of them scattered throughout the world. That was my initial observation because I saw an irregular pattern on it which made me believe that it may only be a part of a whole. And you said that if someone's desire is strong enough they can resonate with the stone and allow their desires to become a reality. Yes. At least that's what I believe would happen, Shiro-kun. Shiro nodded when he heard his questions being answered. His resolve was slowly strengthening. He knew what he had to do to make everything right. Shiro Sakusa's house. Future side. Shiro, open up, it's me. Shiro, why isn't he answering? He's probably in the shower or something. Hold on, I have a key to his place. We're coming in. Kuro then inserted the spare key his twin had given him and slowly opened the door to Shiro's apartment. Shiro, you're in the shower? Why is the place eerily quiet? Did Shiro tell you where he was going? Maybe he was out for a run or doing groceries? Can you call him, Kuro? I'm trying to, but I can't contact his phone. It's ringing, but I don't think he's answering at all. Wait. Do you guys hear that? What? The spiker immediately went upstairs and opened the door from which the sound was originating, only to be greeted by Shiro's room. However, the other twin was nowhere to be found, with only his phone left ringing on the table. Why would he leave his phone behind? I don't wanna panic, but what the hell is going on? Why isn't he here? He doesn't normally do this unless he's really upset about something. Where do you think he would most likely be when he's upset? Do you know? I'm trying to figure it out. Give me a minute, dads. I think I need to sit down for a moment. Omi. Hey. Are you okay? Where does it hurt, babe? Before Sakusa could get an answer, he could also feel himself dissociating from his body. He couldn't explain it, but it felt like his soul was slowly trying to leave, and even though he tried hard to fight it, all he could remember was everything turning black. Mrs. Sato's residence. Past side. What did you do? Why are they convulsing? Why is my cousin convulsing? Calm down everyone please, it's nothing serious, just step away from their bodies. It won't be long till they're back. With all due respect grandma, my brother is still convulsing. I'm calling an ambulance. There's no need for that. As Osamu was about to pick up his phone to dial emergency services, he then heard a familiar voice call out to him which made him stop what he was doing. Samu, where am I? Oh god, what happened? The last thing I remembered was going somewhere and then everything turned black. You were taking too long in that reality and I had to pull you two out. I didn't want to risk you two getting stuck in there. Wait Shiro. No, you have to bring us back please. It's very urgent. Wait, hold on, what happened? Why are you two suddenly freaking out? Before we were transported back here we found out that Shiro was missing. We couldn't contact him because he left his phone, and when I asked Kuro where he would possibly be we started blacking out. For all we know Shiro could be kidnapped or hurt or worse. I can try another way but I can't guarantee everything. Just do what you have to do please. Shiro Sakusa's house. Future side. Dad, wake up. What's happening? You two suddenly fainted. I should be asking you that question. Huh? Where am I? What happened to me? We're at Shiro's house and we tried to find him but now he's missing. Wait, what? What do you mean missing? I can't contact him. I tried asking his friends, colleagues and even his second phone to try and see where he is. I'm going to find him, maybe he's somewhere else inside the building. I'm coming with you. Omi, I'm starting to get worried. Where is Shiro? Why'd he run away? Before Sakusa could even answer his husband, the pair suddenly hear quick footsteps heading towards their direction, revealing two familiar faces. Omi, is it just me or are we seeing two people that look exactly like us? Sakusa stared at the two figures standing in front of them. Both looked exactly like him and Atsumu, only younger. Before the duo could even process what was happening, the younger Atsumu suddenly lunged at the older one, taking him down to the ground and bombarding him with punches to any part of his body he could hit. The two Sakusas who were watching everything unfold, surprised at the altercation, desperately tried to pry off their own boyfriends from each other. Atsumu, calm down, get off of him. No, let me go. I need to teach this bitch a lesson. What the fuck is going on? Kuro's voice suddenly lowered when he saw four figures standing in front of him, which made him question everything that's already happened today. Okay, this day is weird. Are you guys seeing this? What the fuck is happening? Yes. This asshole tried lunging at me for no reason. No reason. You ruined Shiro's childhood, you dumbass. Maybe if you weren't such an idiot our child wouldn't have hated us. I don't know what's happening today, but I sure as hell know that I raised my children right. I did my job as a father by providing them with their needs while also trying to keep my career. All you're doing right now is playing volleyball and studying. Of course you wouldn't understand what we have to do. If raising your children right means not showing up to their graduation and ignoring them for how many years, then I think you should start to re-evaluate yourself. Oh, shut the fuck up. Why? You can't handle the truth of it all? That no matter how much you try to reason, there is no excuse for what you did. We didn't do anything. Tell that to Shiro. He hates us. All because of you. You're making up stories and I don't think it's appropriate for you to be doing this. You come into our house and lunge at my husband. You're lucky you're his past self, or else I would have done worse things to you. Don't even think about trying to threaten my boyfriend. I'm not scared of him, Omi. In fact, they're probably the ones scared. Scared of the truth. I did what I had to do so I could find my purpose. Your purpose was to ensure our child grew up normally. You don't understand what happened to me. You have no right to judge me. I'm pretty sure I can. Seeing as how you two never cared about Shiro. That's not true. I gave him everything he needed. An education. A house. Everything he wanted. What he needed was you two. You selfish fucks. Shut the fuck up. Atsumu was right. You two are deep in denial that you can't handle the truth. Such cowardly behavior. You want the truth? I'll give you the truth. I lost my volleyball career. The room went silent, which left everyone in shock. What? We lost our volleyball career? Okay. I desperately wanted it back, and when I saw my younger self in Kuro, I had to invest all of my time in his training to make him a star player. Past Atsumu was at a loss for words after hearing what had come out of his future self's mouth. He couldn't believe he was going to lose everything he worked hard for in the far future. I tried my best. I really did. But I got so blinded by my goals I didn't realize I was hurting someone else. I only realized after that huge argument we had years ago. And ever since I've always lived in denial. I convinced myself I was a great parent and that Shiro was just being ungrateful, but now. Tsumu. Omi, I'm sorry I fucked up. It's not only you, Tsumu. I should have done something too. I shouldn't have been too consumed in my business and I should have paid attention more to them. I'm glad you two came into your senses, dads. But the person that needs to hear this is not here. Maybe if you tell him what you said here he'll understand. For now it's important that we find Shiro's whereabouts if you want to fix this. Sakusa nodded and gave a faint smile at his son before putting his hand on Atsumu's head, patting it comfortably. When the former spiker scanned the room, their past selves were now nowhere to be found, confusing him. However, now was not the time to think about it. The only important thing on Sakusa's mind right now was finding their son and make things right. Do you have any idea where he might be, Kuro? It's just a hunch, but I think I'm going to trust my gut with this one, Dad. Call Samu and Rin, they might be able to help out as well. Unknown reality. Shiro's POV Part 1. Shiro, come on, we're going to be late for your graduation, let's go. Where is that kid and what's taking him so long? I'm here, everything's fine, it's just that I'm kind of stuck. He doesn't know how to tie his own tie. Wait. Your debut game for the Jackals is today, right? Do you think we'll be able to catch it, Omi? Pretty sure we can if everything goes smooth today. Debut game starts at 4, you'll have plenty of time to finish the ceremony and catch up. Oh, I'm so proud of you two. Hey, as am I. Can't believe you two grow up so fast. Witnessing what was slowly unfolding in front of him, Shiro couldn't help but shed a tear hearing what his parents had told him, which warranted a confused expression from everyone else. Oh, what's wrong, Shiro? Why the sudden crying? Nothing, it's just that I'm so happy. Oh baby, we're also happy for you and you too, Kuro, for the achievements you've attained from all of your hard work. Tell you what, after your graduation and Kuro's debut game, how about we all go to dinner to celebrate? Oh, I like that idea. Then maybe after dinner Dad and I can celebrate with ourselves too, smirking face. This was supposed to be a wholesome moment, Dad, now you ruined it. Atsumu and Sakusa then laughed at the statement, after which the family proceeded to go on with their day. Oh wait one second, I forgot something in my room. I'll catch up to you everyone. Don't take too long. Okay, I won't. Shiro then ran upstairs to his own bedroom, trying to find his phone, which he briefly recalled was on his bedside table but was nowhere to be found. He then proceeded to recall his steps to hopefully aid him in finding it. Shiro, where are you? What if he's not here? No, I really think he's here somewhere, I can feel it, Dad. I just know he's here. Shiro froze after hearing those familiar voices, but he immediately tried brushing it off as his imagination. Surely it was just his mind playing tricks on him, he convinced himself. Wait, I think I found him. No. Flashback. Samu, Rin, and Mrs. Sato insisted on coming with us. She claimed that she might be able to help out with our problem. She was eating at the restaurant and overheard Samu. All right. You look familiar, Mom. Have we met before? I'm sure we have, young man, but that's not important. Your son Shiro-kun is my doctor and I remember him showing up to my house some time ago. And now I hear that he is missing. Correct? Why yes. Do you have any idea where he might be, Grandma? I don't know, but funnily enough, the day I overhear you talking about Shiro going missing was also when I realized that a family heirloom of mine was also missing. Please forgive me for my words, Mrs. Sato, but what does this have to do with Shiro's disappearance? I showed him that object and something tells me that he currently has it. When I talked to him about it, he seemed so interested while listening to my stories about it. Why would he want an object from you? Is it something of value? I have a hunch, but finding your son is our priority. Present. What the hell is going on with Shiro? Why is he unconscious and not responding? I don't know. I found him like this and when I tried shaking him awake he wouldn't budge. Is he breathing? Please tell me he's breathing. Please step aside, everyone. Your son is fine for now, but if we don't get him out of this self-inflicted state, things might get worse. Get worse? What do you mean get worse? Is he going to die? What do you mean by self-inflicted state? What's happening, Mrs. Sato? Is my brother going to be okay? He's fine for now. It's just as I expected. Shiro used the stone to create his own reality. I always thought that this stone only allowed communication with your future self. I didn't know it was capable of doing this. Maybe Shiro's desire to rewrite history was so strong that he eventually created a reality in his own head with the help of the stone. One where he believes won't cause him any more pain. See, can he wake up from this dreamlike state? Yes. But we need to get him out of there as soon as possible. What happens if we don't get him out? His consciousness will eventually merge with the reality he created and he will cease to exist here. You mean? Oh god no. Which is why we need to do something to convince him to stop it. Maybe we can try communicating with him from outside. Speak to him as if we were having a conversation with him. Maybe he'll hear it. Unknown reality. Shiro's POV Part 2. You okay, Shiro? Is something on your mind? You've been staring intently at the floor ever since we dropped Kuro off for warm-ups. Is it pre-graduation jitters? Right. I almost forgot you're going to do your speech right. It makes sense. You'll be speaking to a large crowd after all. Why yeah haha. Oh, there's really nothing you should be worrying about, Shiro-kun, you'll do fine. If it makes you feel any better, why don't we just turn on some music, maybe it'll calm you down. Atsumu then turned on the radio and adjusted the frequency to something he hopefully will clear Shiro's head from any nervousness. However, this proved to have an opposite effect when Shiro heard another familiar voice coming from the radio. Shiro? Shiro-kun, can you hear us? Shiro, who's doing this to you? Shiro. Is this really working at all? Or are we just sitting ducks? There has to be another way, Mrs. Sato. Try touching the stone and close your eyes. Take a deep breath and try to imagine that you're talking to Shiro. Sakusa could feel his consciousness slipping away when he touched the stone. He couldn't understand what was happening to him, he could only see his world slowly turning dark before passing out. Where are we? We're outside of our house. Shiro. Kuro exclaimed in a loud voice which caught the attention of Sakusa and Atsumu, at which they then ran closer to Kuro, who was peeking at the window of their own home. There they saw a different version of themselves enjoying dinner and laughing amongst themselves. The sight which surprised them the most was seeing Shiro laughing and smiling genuinely. The duo couldn't help but feel guilty as they watched the scene unfolding. What the fuck? Why is there another me? And me? Me too. Shiro's smiling. I've never seen him smile so wide before. I don't know if I have the heart to take that smile away from him, Omi, but I don't wanna lose him too. We won't. And I promise that once this is all over, we'll make things right with him. He might not forgive us instantly, but we'll do anything it takes to make him smile like that for real. Not in this fake reality he created. Let's go in and confront Shiro. Wait, is that really a? As Kuro tried to reason with his parents, both Sakusa and Atsumu already opened the door and barged inside uninvited, making everyone in the dining area turn to them, along with Shiro, who stared at them with wide eyes. Before the people sitting on the dining table could even get a word out of their mouths, Shiro suddenly snapped his fingers, seemingly pausing time, freezing the figures that were in the dining area save for a few visitors. What are you doing here? We're here to bring you back. Bring me back? Why the hell would I come back to a place where both of my fathers don't give a shit about me? I finally get the life that I deserve, the family that I so desperately wanted, and now you come barging in here trying to ruin everything. Haven't you had enough? You've already ruined my childhood. Do not ruin this one for me, Shiro. They're not real, but their love for me is. You will never understand how I feel, Kuro. Never. You've never had the experience of being ignored for a significant part of your life. Please Shiro, come back to us. I promise I'll make everything right. Shiro couldn't help but feel a sudden burst in his temper when he heard those words come out of his father. It had always been the same phrase they used when a promise they made to Shiro was never fulfilled. I'll make everything right, or I'll make it up to you, were the phrases that his child self held onto whenever his parents promised him something, yet would hardly even be fulfilled in the end. Don't talk to me about that, I don't want to hear about it. Shiro then gestured his hand as if he was pushing something away, and before Atsumu and Sakusa could react, a force suddenly pushed them outside of the house, flinging them and landing on the soft grass of the yard. The graduation, my childhood, your unfulfilled promises. All you two do is lie. Shiro, what are you doing? Get out of my house. No, I'm not going to watch you self-destruct because you didn't want to face reality. All of this is not real. You created this reality to run away from your problems. You're never going to solve it by running away. Careful, Kuro. Kuro couldn't help but feel a chill in his spine when he heard those words from his brother. Please. Shiro, we're here to make things right. We understand that you're hurting, but please don't do this. Why couldn't you just leave me alone? Aren't you supposed to be happy? I'm finally out of your sights. I'm no longer your problem. No, that's not true, Shiro. Please listen to us. I'm sorry I wasn't a good father to you growing up. I made mistakes, but I'm here to tell you that I want to make it right. Shiro, I admit I wasn't always there for you. I sometimes forget about you, and that was because I thought you didn't need me to guide you. You were always so strong and independent that I thought you were fine standing on your own. Sakusa said tearfully as he tried to plead to his son to hear him out. Shiro, who was standing opposite to them, couldn't help but release tears from his eyes, his face filled with sadness and anger. You're wrong. I'm not strong. I was never strong. But I had to because you were never there for me. All of your attention was always on Kuro. It was always him you looked after, and why? Because he represented the one thing you two were passionate about. But what about me? Shiro, I know I'm worth nothing in your eyes, but was it really that hard to pretend that I did when I was in front of you? No, Shiro. That's not true. You're not worthless. I'm sorry I let my ambitions dictate the way I raised you too. I'm sorry I never paid attention to you. It's our fault why you're becoming like this, but please, this is no reason to off yourself. I'm sorry I pushed you away. You never gave a shit about me. Kuro always had it easy with you two. Every time he'd ask for you two to watch him play a match, you'd drop everything and go. But when it was my turn, you two never even tried to show up. I even tried defending you. Even when I was hurting inside, I found it in my heart to defend you from that prick of a business partner. But what did I get? I'm sorry, Shiro, please. I didn't know better. Shiro, please. Why, you don't need to forgive us. Just please let us make it up to you. How? How are you going to make up years worth of trauma? Will you magically snap a finger and erase all of it at once? Well, it doesn't matter now because all I remember when I see you two is feeling abandoned. Why should I have to get over my feelings when everything that's happening to me is your fault? Horizontal ellipsis. I have what I want, and you are trespassing it. So now I want you three to leave. Before Shiro could kick them out of the reality he created, he suddenly felt the warmth of three bodies enveloping him. He could hear the sniffles and pleads of his family members begging him to rethink his choices. Suddenly a sudden pushing force was felt by Kuro, Atsumu and Kiyumi before everything went to black. They are waking up. Atsumu, are you okay? Where are we? Wait. Shiro's still in there. We have to get him out. I can't get a hold of him anymore. He blocked out the path. Atsumu, Samu, his pulse is getting weaker. We failed. We couldn't convince him to get out of that dream. No, stop lying. There has to be a way. We can't let this happen. Atsumu couldn't hold everything in anymore as he started bawling on Osamu's shoulder. Kuro, who was seeing his father in despair, couldn't help but cry as well before being hugged by Sakusa in his attempt to try and calm his son down. Unknown reality. Shiro Sakusa's POV Part 3. It's a nice night to stargaze, huh? Shiro immediately looked behind him as he tried to identify the origin of the voice before seeing Atsumu coming close to him as they both sat on the roof of their house watching the stars. You look like you have a lot on your mind, son. Hey. I do. Well, if it doesn't bother you, why not share it to me? It's not like anyone else is listening. Is it bad for me to run away from my problems, Dad? Well, that was not the conversation that I was expecting from you, but if there's one thing I learned in life is that problems can be solved in a lot of ways, Shiro. What you should be considering when solving your problems are the consequences of running from it. Will it resolve itself, or will it make them worse? But I don't think I'm ready to face them. But then again, if I don't face them, I'll face the risk of it being a bigger problem than before. There's no fixed time in solving problems, son. You don't really need to solve them all at once, you know. Everything takes time, and whatever that is that's plaguing your mind right now will eventually be solved if you take it slow. Looks like we have a visitor who has been listening to us for quite some time now. I couldn't ruin your heart-to-heart conversation with our son, you know. But he's right, Shiro. You don't need to rush everything. Time heals all wounds, you know. Am I a bad person for not wanting to forgive someone? Not really. When someone wrongfully treats you, it is not your obligation to forgive them. But won't that make me? You know, I can't describe it. I guess it's just like your father said, Shiro. Time heals all wounds. You may not be able to forgive them at this moment or maybe ever, but with time you'll eventually realize that all that pain will slowly turn into scars. It will never leave you. but you'll surely learn from it. I don't know if I want to forgive them. Well then there's no harm in that, son. Surely they'll understand where you're coming from. Shiro smiled softly when he heard those words and immediately hugged both his parents as tears started forming in his eyes. I love you guys. Shiro then gazed at the night sky. A small bittersweet smile plastered on his face as he enjoyed the beautiful dream one last time. Hey guys, it's Shiro. He's waking up. Before Suna's words could even register in Kuro's head, the spiker immediately tackled his brother, hugging him tight. Shiro couldn't help but be caught off guard from the action and worked to stabilize himself as he heard his brother crying. Hey, I'm sorry. Stop doing stupid shit like that, Shiro. I almost lost you. I know. It was kinda selfish of me. Yes, it definitely was. But I don't care as long as you're alive. Just please don't leave me alone anymore. I won't. I'm sorry for scaring you. The twins then heard rapid footsteps approaching them until Shiro's eyes landed on two figures. Both had swollen and puffy eyes, slowly walking over to them before stopping to an appropriate distance. Shiro attempted to stand up while carrying his crying brother on his shoulder, before being basked in awkward silence. Not long after, Atsumu broke the silence. We're sorry for everything, Shiro. The day I forgive you will never come. I still think you're the biggest assholes I've ever met, and nothing will change my perception of you. Especially since every time I see your faces I keep getting reminded of the neglect. But I'm willing to become civil for Kuro's sake. Shiro. We understand, Shiro. We realize that we were pushing your boundaries when we begged for your forgiveness. We'll do everything it can to make up for everything you lost because of us. We'll atone for what we did. Dart. Kuro, who was standing in between them, suddenly took Shiro's hand and walked towards their parents, giving them both a hug, which was then reciprocated by Sakusa and Atsumu. Though a feeling of sadness and anger still lingered in his heart, the doctor could feel a tinge of happiness when he felt the warm touch of his parents as they hugged him tight. A feeling he yearned for so long. It was going to be a challenge trying to let his parents back in his life, but he was willing to give it a try. Maybe this was the closure he was looking for, and maybe then he'll finally find peace within himself. Time heals all wounds. A phrase he once heard from someone he dearly treasured, and maybe one day every wound etched into his heart will eventually heal and turn into scars he'll learn from.